Autism person is just like a normal person. Basically, we think the same. We just sometimes take more time, and we just need time to show you that we're the same like you are. And there's no reason to judge us just because we're a disability, because we can be as smart as you can be. There's normal people and there's people that are harder to understand. There's some people that are easy to understand. Some don't understand like normal people and the stuff they do, and there's all kinds of stuff like the drinking and all that stuff. Don't believe in it. Think it's just wasting money. Stuff like that. Think people make dumb decisions. Normal people make dumb decisions. And other autism people make dumb decisions too.
So really, I mean...
Yes, everybody. Everyone makes mistakes. That's how I look at it. The good things are sometimes normal people like you can understand autism people and give us a chance to show you that we're just like a normal person. And we're nice and caring and all that. And the good thing about autism people is sometimes we can catch on to something a lot faster than a person that doesn't have a disability. A good day is just relaxing and not having no one bother you or having anyone making you mad. A bad day is like where your work's stressing you out, and your family's stressing you out. You just can't go home because you're too stressed out. And everyone's just bothering you, and you don't have no room to relax and calm down. Because some people don't understand autism people, and then they just say, oh, he has a disability, I'm not going to give him a chance. So sometimes it's a little bit harder. It's hard to get a job too, because you're either on Social Security or you're on something, and it's hard to get a job with that.
So tell me where you work.
I work at Enterprises cleaning cars for a year and 4 months.
And how was like when you went in to get the job? What was that like?
It actually went pretty smooth for an autism person, I think, because I pressed them like 5 or 6 times. And I was a little bit nervous at the time, but I still did a good job.
You know, outside of getting the job, you know, what is another meaning of life that's really important?
Meeting friends and meeting good people, doing stuff that mean a lot to you, and try new things.
Bees Knees began in summer 2009 to promote self-sufficiency for young adults through entrepreneurial experiences and business skills. The artists of Bees Knees create one-of-a-kind creations that we then sell, and the proceeds go back to benefit the program.
Let's see, I was 34 years old when my first son Matthew was born, and he's 9 years old now, but he was kind of slow to meet all his developmental milestones, so we kind of knew something was up around the age of 1 because he started doing some things that at the time we had no idea were classic red flags of autism. We thought they were just cute. We started doing we got him involved in Sooner Start to you know, for them to come out and evaluate him and that kind of thing. And we had already done some research by that time. By the time they came out, we'd done some research on the internet and kind of figured out that, yeah, we think he has autism.
The biggest thing was realizing with the social deficit that he was going to have a difficult time making friends, and to me that was the hardest part, was just realizing that he's going to go through life having challenges with social relationships. Was he going to be able to work? Was he going to be able to get married someday? And those are the things that really tore at my heart.
Well, by the time we found out, we were just finding out that Matthew, you know, had autism when our second son Nathan was born, and everything, you know, went fine with him. He was meeting all his milestones up until about speaking was late, and we thought, well, that's just because Matthew's not talking, so that's why Nathan isn't talking yet. But everything else seemed just completely like a typical kid. And so we were actually here in Norman. We were in the process of moving up from Lawton, because we lived in Lawton when our oldest son was diagnosed, and there was just nothing down there for him. So my job moved us, they were going to move us up to Norman. So we were up here on our house hunting trip, and we had been out looking at houses all day, and we were just sitting in our room at the Residence Inn talking, and I looked over, and all of a sudden Nathan was running up to the TV up on his toes and flapping his arms. I mean, it just happened that fast. But more recently, we've seen some progress, so we're hopeful. And with Matthew, I mean, he's just, although it's hard for him to communicate with people, like we're probably, you know, we understand what he wants, and he can tell us what he wants, but he has problems with like yes and no questions and any other kind of questions. You know, you can't have like a conversation with him. But he's smart. I mean, he is just all about computers.
Very manipulative too.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to get what he wants.
He's got his mother wrapped around his finger.
Yeah, but he's very, very intelligent. I mean, he's probably above his peers in school at math and spelling and stuff like that, you know.
Anything that takes memorization, even when he was just 2 years old, you'd be able to open up a book and read a certain line in the book and then close it, and then he just be able to find it just out of like a photographic memory. Things with like a calendar, you say something in 2013, he'll tell you what the day is. Did you have a good day at school?
Yes.
What did you do at school today?
Thursday school.
Thursday school.
Thursday
tomorrow.
school.
You do go to school tomorrow. What are you going to do tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? Is it September? Is it September 1st?
September 1st. So it's like just want to say this. Oh, so just.
CDs, yes. That's something he's expecting on.
You remember I promised
September
you
1st.
I promised you a CD on September 1st, didn't I?
Well, I mean,
Yes. He's best.
People with autism should be viewed very much like people who are deaf. They have their own culture, they have their own language, they have their own world. I mean, it's different, but it's not better or worse than anybody else. And that's how I think they should be viewed. I mean, they can do anything with help and support that anybody else can do. So I think the world needs to be more accepting and more tolerant and less judgmental, and I think they could teach us a lot.
I agree with her. One of the things you discover are strengths in yourself, things that you didn't realize that you had the capacity for. Patience, you know, compassion, you know, understanding that, you know, maybe you didn't have, you know, before you met your kids, that you just discover, and you grow as an individual more than you probably would have if you had this experience.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thompson.
And I'm Angela Donnelly.
And we're the co-chairs of the 2012 Autism Peace Walk and 5K.
Come join us for a fun day with music, face painting, bounce houses, free food and drinks, and a great resource and vendor fair.
And join us as we raise money for Oklahoma families affected by autism. 100% of our proceeds stay in Oklahoma and go to Oklahoma programs, support groups, education, and grants.
So come join us and meet Dash.
And have a great day in May. See you, everybody.